Nice uniform. You on some kind of sports team?
I'm the Blue Falcon.
Oh, right, the Falcons. You guys didn't do so hot last season, huh?
From Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia.
Sterling Hoffrichter to kick off for the Falcons.
This is Madden NFL 21.
Returning it, Justice Hill. Oh, a good return up past the 30.
Justice Hill.
Now Jackson. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin.
Jackson's pass.
7 yards, the pickup there.
To Miles Boykin.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. A gain there of 21 yards.
39-yard line.
And you know he wants to make the most of every carry because he competes with his quarterback. Lamar Jackson, 4 carries and yardage. But Mark Ingram, over 1,000 yards last season. And then the Ravens went out and drafted J.K. Dobbins out of Ohio State in the second round. So now the Ravens potentially have 2 guys to pair with Lamar Jackson in the run game. Wishbone formation, anyone?
First down, Baltimore.
That's going to be caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
To Nick Boyle.
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. From the 2, here's first and goal. They'll look to run with Ingram. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Taking the early lead.
Lining up for the extra point.
And they do exactly what they wanted to. Opening drive, they get into the end zone. They do it on the ground.
And not only is the person lugging the ball.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
25-yard line.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now, first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And right away, he'll look to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Hayden Hurst, former first-round pick, the intended target. And that'll bring up second down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
2nd and 10 now. Ryan hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they will set up shop. Red zone tearing that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down.
And it's third down.
Jackson looking to throw on third. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson hooking up with Mark Andrews. And the Ravens will add on to their lead.
Up for the extra point.
A year ago, Lamar Jackson led the league in touchdown passes with 36, and many of those went to his tight end, Mark Andrews, who went to the Pro Bowl in his 2nd season in the league. People argue that he's Jackson's go-to guy. I say there's no doubt that that is his main target, and he goes to him again for a touchdown connection.
And they will not get a chance. Time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
7.
On third down, Ryan. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Matt Judon in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down.
And that's a sight familiar to Ravens fans. Matthew Judon, a 2019 Pro Bowler, He led the Ravens with a career-high 9.5 sacks in 2019.
Territory already. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. And shutting him off, now open field. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews with his 2nd touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Ravens will extend their lead. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that. Go race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
3rd down and 18.
3rd and long. It's Ryan. Oh, had his hands on it. Couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
This offense has definitely been slow getting out of the gate. It's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one. No points on their first 2 possessions, and now it's looking like none on this one either.
That's taken on the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown to the game.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jackson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for the first one, Ingram. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a pickup of 11 at a Baltimore.
In the game, but this guy's setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
The 2nd down play will get whistles and a timeout. And that's their 2nd charged timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. And a short before this 3rd down play takes place. And my goodness, they're now out of timeouts here in this first quarter. He can run for it, and he will. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Ravens.
Broken tackle. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27.
Jackson on the keeper.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Jackson on the keeper.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line.
A gain of 2 yards.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits,
stands tall, they'll get the football back. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter.
Pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Open read and Hurst, the tight end. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. 21-0 our score after 1.
Ravens 21. Falcons nothing.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on first down.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Jackson on first down. He uncorks it for Snead. And that's caught inside the 35. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big
What we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Now it's Ingram. Oh, he breaks, and he is into the end. Ingram with his second touchdown here in this first half as the Ravens push further out in front. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchdown. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Throwing now, Ryan on first down. The left side completion to Jones. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was looking for Todd Gurley, and that'll bring up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again, Ryan. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Pernell McPhee, always a threat to find the QB, and he gets to him there. Throwing on 3rd and long, Ryan. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use
the Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last...
And he's into the clear. The 20, 10, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Ravens add on. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Out of the gun, he'll throw. His throw incomplete. He was looking for Julio Jones, his Pro Bowl receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And then he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Incomplete.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Ryan hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. It's been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit.
Justin Tucker to kick off.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender.
You just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
On first down, it's Gurley. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
Ball carrier.
The tackle made by L.J. Ford.
7-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's Gurley now. Toss right.
Todd Gurley on the carry.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10.
Vince heads back out there, led by Lamar Jackson. And how about the start so far, Charles? 3 first-half touchdown passes.
And that's how you generate excitement on a team. Keep your offense moving at a really high level. And it's also how you establish leadership, by playing that well. 3 touchdown passes, that's the way to lead.
Now he's just hoping for number 4. Ingram again, a first down carry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
A gain of 12.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Jackson's throw on target to wins this time, coming off back-to-back first down pickups. From midfield now, here's Jackson. Caught by Snead over the middle.
Jackson.
And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 40. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half.
Nice uniform. You on some kind of sports team?
I'm the Blue Falcon.
Oh, right, the Falcons. You guys didn't do so hot last season, huh?
Half of action. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down. A short throw caught by Andrews.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive.
And he is into the end zone. Mark Andrews on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And this offense is running away with this one. And the route is on here in this first half. So the drive there took 6 plays.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him and keep him warm?
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Picks on the afternoon for this defensive unit. Throwing on 2nd and long. Ryan. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Todd Gurley.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. And here's Hoff Richter now, the punter, as he sends this one away. Fielded at about the 28. So possession goes over here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. They've got the lead. He's a big reason why. Looking sharp so far.
And as we travel around the league, we see quarterbacks get it done in a variety.
And this is caught. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line.
First and goal, Baltimore.
Looks like
49. Falcons, nothing. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Bryant will bring the Falcons up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. From the gun, it's Ryan. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, and it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing.
Throwing again, Ryan. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And that will be incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the 3rd quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
Fielded at the 20. Shouting through the defense. And nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the 2nd half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
Jackson's pass.
Mark Andrews, a first-time Pro Bowler, the intended target. And it's 3rd down. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A couple of 3rd-year guys, couple of Pro Bowlers. Jackson to Andrews for the Ravens first.
First down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He uncorks it for Snead. Open man, Boykin, he's got him. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Miles Boykin. Touchdown.
Miles Boykin, 50 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on.
Lining up for the extra point.
This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the 3rd quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half is getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
From the gun on 3rd down, Ryan. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
For the Falcons.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. This will be fielded at the 17. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. This Ravens offense heads back out there, led by Lamar Jackson. And nobody in the stadium feels better than he does right now. Just a slew of touchdown passes. He's been spectacular.
And you and I both know this is a team game, one of the best team games that's out there. But right now, I've forgotten what the scoreboard even says. Just watching what he's doing,
Been fun.
that's been mesmerizing and a whole lot of fun to watch.
He's hoping to keep it going here in the 3rd quarter. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
Ravens.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
17 yards.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5.
1st
And a nice gain of 21 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal. And that'll be caught. Touchdown Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown.
Marquise Brown. Touchdown.
It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Ravens continue to pour it on.
For the extra point.
And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever. There it results in a touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
Atlanta prepped and readied for its next possession. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. Little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Come on, let's go. 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
To throw again, Ryan. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards is the pickup, good for a 1st down for the Falcons. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Gurley now out of the gun. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 35-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Ryan. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. Ryan hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice to such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever? Well, I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on, but apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
Get out the field, defense.
On 2nd and 11 now. Ryan looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Jones. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
And we'll see what he can do on the return. Found good room to run there. Returns at 14 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. At their own, Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. And I'm just wondering, how many yards is he going to throw for? We're only in the 3rd quarter. He's just thrown for a ton.
You have your abacus here?
My what?
Your abacus?
I thought you said like Atticus Finch.
No. We're not getting that deep. But counting this up, we might need a few extra people in here because the yardage he's piling up, the way that he's playing, it's a lot of fun to watch. I can't wait to see what he does next.
We'll see what he does here on this drive. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 16 more on that one and another 1st down. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. This pass complete. Jackson finding Andrews. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
It's a gain of 20. And the Raven 1st down.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. That's complete right around the 8. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson keeping it himself from a yard out as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Well, Lamar Jackson remembers 7 rushing touchdowns in his MVP season of 2019, and he's into the end zone here as well.
And when you hear that 7 rushing touchdowns in 2019, doesn't it surprise you a little bit?
Yeah, you almost expect more, right?
Yeah, in your mind, you're thinking Lamar Jackson got in the end zone a bunch more. That might be what he does in 2020.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
It's now 2nd and 10.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again, Ryan, and his throw's going to be incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Pernell McPhee picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. He returns that punt 73 yards. And this offense continues to pour it on as that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all three phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review.
5-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know,
blitz coming, and down he goes. Matt Judon able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. From the shotgun, Ryan.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
3rd down and 16.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Ryan. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
At their own 26.
The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Jackson's pass.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
Intended for number 42.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Caught right side, it's Snead. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Jackson to Snead that time. 1st down, Baltimore. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Again, Jackson firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Jackson.
A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Miles Boykin. It's a pickup.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
7 yards there and a 1st down. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven 1st down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Intended for Mark Andrews.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. That'll put him up over 160 yards receiving now for the game. They can't seem to stop it. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. They throw again on second down. This one's complete. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. 3rd and 2. Now Ryan. And that will be incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. He uncorks it for Snead. It got his man complete.
Jackson.
It's a big play there for Baltimore. 53 yards.
I don't think we'll ever get enough of watching one-handed catches, and when they pay off, they are spectacular. But how about the times they don't pay off and coaches go, two hands still works.
I know, but they go for them so often now that I'm almost starting to take them for granted.
Yeah, that's unbelievable, isn't it? Because these are sensational type plays.
Especially that one with a defender. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out. I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit. But going for 2 in this situation, somebody didn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
58 to Mike, 58 to Mike.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. Ryan hit, and he lost the football. And the Ravens have got it.
Fumble on the play. Recovered by...
As they say, this game hasn't exactly been one for the books. I mean, we're into the fourth quarter here, and now this happens, another turnover. Not one that they're going to hold up and say, yeah, this has been a banner day.
Absolutely. Still sitting on 0. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They'll run here with Ingram. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
And he'll get into the end zone as the two-point conversion is successful.
Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for two, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get two. You got some pretty ticked off folks on the other sideline now.
That's not new. 58's the money. 58.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. From the gun, Ryan. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
On 2nd down, Ryan. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Ryan. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
This is fielded at the 7. Able to power through. A good return there. Call it 13 yards.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here,
and this will be caught at the 30. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Kick is good.
And he's got it up and through. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one, as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Falcons now. They are down big. They have not scored a single point. I don't know. Are they so defeated at this point you just want to get in the locker room? Ryan hit, and he lost the football. And the Ravens have got it.
Matt Judon. Lamar Jackson sacked. Fumble on the play.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us, we're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because
they had pressure coming, and they got him once again. Patrick Queen. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing.
Nice uniform. You on some kind of sports team?
I'm the Blue Falcon.
Oh, right, the Falcons. You guys didn't do so hot last season, huh?
I'm the Blue Falcon.
Oh, don't be blue. I'm sure you'll do better next season.